Hey everybody, Rick Cuts here, back with another tutorial. Low taper. Here I'm just sanitizing my hands, checking the length in the top hair, seeing how much I have to cut off, any unevenness, wetting it down. Hair is always easier to work with when it's wet down. And here I'm making my first guide for the top of the head, cutting just above the eyebrows. My client was complaining that his hair would always go in his eye. So I just made sure I got it the right length. And now I am jumping into making a little bit of a guide on the parietal ridge area where the side meets the top. So I'm just taking it down just a bit, maybe more or less the size of a 2 or a 3, roughly, just so I don't go past that. I'm going to go over the sides with the 2 just below that, as you're going to see in a second. But I just wanted to clean that up. It always makes it easier for me to just know where to stop once I put that 2 on. And as you can see right here, I have the 2 on, just going right below that guide that I made with the clipper over comb, making sure I get all the hairs, cleaning everything up, making it nice canvas for the taper to just blend in. And here I'm balding out my first guidelines along with the side edge up. I want to make sure I get that in. I like to make that nice and dark. Tapers always stand out with the nice dark edge up. So I'm just going around the ears as smoothly as I can, balding out the back. For that back taper, doing the other side burn, making sure everything's as nice and precise as I can get it. Again, over the ear, watching to be very careful. Don't want to cut the ear because those clippers are pretty sharp. So I'm starting the right side, just going with the 1. I always like to do it with the 1 first, just so I can make sure, just to kind of control how high I go. I don't want to go too high. Putting on the 1.5, going just blending out that 1 line that I made previously, as smoothly as I can. And again, I'm using the super taper. I don't know, it's just a favorite tool of mine right now. I have many machines, but this is just one that I always go back to. I just like to use it. Actually, it was one of the first clippers that I ever got back in the day when I started cutting hair in high school. So I'm just cleaning up below that one with the 1/2 right now with the gray guard. Cleaning it up as much as I can, just working that line. And here I took off the 1/2 clip, and I'm just buffing down that line, fading out that line, trying to get that transition as smooth as I can. Yeah, looking pretty good there. Smoothing out. Go on the 1, go back on the 1. And again, just fading, just working it little by little. Remember, you could always take out more hair, but you can't put the hair back on. So working it out little by little. Check out the wall sterling. This is the taper blade, so it cuts a tad bit shorter, a little bit shorter than the other one. I think I have those adjusted just a bit more zero gap than I do the wall taper. So here again, I'm starting it off with the 1, going about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, more or less. Just trying to find that first transition there. Working that nice and smooth as I can. And on this particular haircut, I'm working top to bottom. Making my first guideline with the 1, and then just buffing out that 1 with the 1.5, like you see me doing here. And then I put on the 2 just to make sure, if there was any hairs I left, just to make sure it's a smooth transition into that number 2. Which you could see, it's kind of blending it out a little bit. So okay, here I have no guard on, so I'm just making I'm making a small transition from the baldness to the to that one, making for a clean transition there. I would probably say about 1/4 of an inch of the way I take it up, and then here I'm just playing with the lever to a half to a 0, just playing with that lever, blending it into the one. Top to the bottom, just messing with the lever, going from a half to a 0. It's going to take a little bit of work again, like I said in my previous video. The back of the head is always a bit more, it's a bit more thicker. The nape area there, you see it's a little more coarse as far as hair density goes, so it's going to take a little bit more work than the sides. The sides are always going to blend a little bit easier than the back. So here I slapped on the half guard. The half guard, and I'm just working that in the same manner that I did the no when I had no guard. So I'm just working that from that lever high to low, trying to get a smooth transition as I can. And I don't know if you noticed, but I made the 0 line, I made the skin line a bit curved, just to have a bit more darkness on the edges. On the edges, I just think that looks a little bit more cleaner. Has a nice little, has a nice shadow effect on the taper. Just looks cleaner, I think. So you can see everything starting to come together little by little. Just blending it out, working it still with the number 1, working out that first line that I made. Everything's coming together nice and smoothly here. And as you can see with my left hand, with my thumb, I'm stretching the skin a little bit just to get a little bit more closer, just to make sure those areas of darkness, I'm making sure for a smooth transition from the taper to the number 2. So I have the 1.5 guard on here. Again, just blending that out little by little for that smooth transition, and looking pretty solid right there. Now I'm going to the other side, to the left side of the sideburn. Again, I'm starting off with the 1, and here's the 1.5, just blending that up into the 2. Don't want to take it too high. Adjust the camera there. Just wanted to make sure I give you guys a nice clear angle. And the number 2, just to make sure everything's transitioning smooth, which it looks like it is. Everything looks pretty smooth there. And now I'm going to hit the bottom. I'm going to just work on that 0 line. This is no guard, fully open, close, open, close. I'm just playing with the lever here, seeing what parts want to blend and what parts I got to work on still. So I had this is the half guard on. Again, just working that line there, that transition area from dark to light. Working that lever top to bottom. And here we go. I just buffing out that skin line there. It's always going to take the most work, and here I'm just giving that little edge up, a touch up with the machine with those skeleton clippers, making sure for a smooth transition, making sure I still keep that C shape there in the taper. It's looking pretty nice there. Okay, and I'm just cleaning up the side. Cleaning up the side there. I want to always put the mask back on. Cleaning out the other side, making sure everything's nice and bald. You don't want to leave hair on your client. And when they get home and take off the mask, you're going to be like, "Oh, what happened?" Alright, and here I'm just putting on a little bit of shave gel. I'm going to make sure to razor everything up. That's always a final touch in every haircut. Okay. So I'm just shaving everything, making sure everything's nice and clean. nice and smooth, looking nice and sharp there. Everything's nice and skinned, nice and shaved. Everything below that skin line, that skin taper. Pulling up the skin, making sure for a nice smooth shave. Working on the other side, getting that outline nice and edged up. Getting that neck nice and smooth. Everything's coming together, looking nice and clean. Getting that left side of the taper nice and edged up. Cleaning off that shave gel, little excess hairs. Just coming through with the 5-star shaver, making sure everything's nice and clean. And here I just added the final touch. I put some gel on, any little final touches, and this is the end result. Yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or any ideas for future videos.